Hi, Kurtz here with a quick review on trinomial factoring, an alternate method when the lead number is anything but 1, when there's a number here before the x squared. If it's just x squared, you could just add up to the middle number and multiply to the last. You find two numbers that add up to the middle and multiply to the last. But if there's a 2 here, a 3, like we have, or 5, or any number, you can't simply do it that way. It's a little more intricate. So I have an alternate method for you. And in this alternate method, which can be done when you're given choices, what you do is, my choices are here in blue. These would be the choices on a test. I created their FOIL mate, the other binomial to FOIL. You wouldn't be given that. But what I did was I figured out that I have to get to this minus 40 at the end. And that's very important. So I created numbers here that will give me minus 40. And always watch your signs. So if I know it's negative 40, my signs must be unlike. Positive would be like signs. Keep those rules of sign numbers in mind. So I need two numbers that multiply to 40. So if I'm given positive 5, it's going to be negative 8 to give me negative 40. And since I have a 3x squared in the lead, if I'm given 3x, its mate will have plain x. And that's the same whether this is 2, 3, 5, any number, 7, 9, any number in that lead position. If I have x, then its mate will have 3x. So with that, I could create its mate, its pair, and then I could FOIL. FOIL's a very good skill to have, and I want you to get strong with FOIL. You could go a long way with it. So, in this first one, if I take the 3x plus 5, and I pair it with x minus 8, because if I have 3x, then the other one will just be plain x, and what gives me negative 40 when I multiply by positive 5? It would be negative 8. And then I'm going to FOIL. And FOIL is a very good skill to have. You could use different color markers. Remember, first, 3x times x gives me 3x squared. Next we have outer. 3x times negative 8 is negative 24x. Then I have inner. 5 times x is positive 5x. And finally, the last two in each. And that gives me positive 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. And now, as you do in FOIL, you combine like terms. And usually in standard FOIL, you'll get 4 pieces that can be broken down and combined into 3. And so I have 3x squared that comes down, minus 24x and positive 5x combined to negative 19x, sign of the higher, and I subtract. And the negative 40 can't combine with anything, it just comes down. So my FOIL of choice A gives me 3x squared minus 19x minus 40. Note that that's exactly what the original trinomial was, and that's how I know this is the factor. And the answer would be 3x plus 5, because they're only looking for a factor. We paired it up with its mate, x minus 8. And we knew that we picked the right one because you needed two numbers to multiply to this last number. So plus 5 minus 8 is negative 40. And if you have this lead number here, then the second one is just the plain letter by itself. And 3x times x is 3x squared. You'll probably get a similar beginning and ending for a lot of these choices, but only A will work out exactly to this original answer. You may get positive 19x. You may get another middle number. You could try foiling all those other ones. They will not work out to the original trinomial. The one that does is the correct answer, is the factor, and in this case it's A. That's a quick lesson on factoring a trinomial alternate method, which could be used for number 9 on practice exam A and B, or number 19 on our special practice exam Q. And we have a longer lesson that I suggest you watch, lesson 1, on the trinomial factoring alternate method, which explains it a little more in detail.